Hello and welcome to this really quick 10-minute full body top to toe Pilates that you can easily fit into your day. So when you're ready, get a little bit of space and let's get started. Just really quickly, if we haven't met before, my name is Emma. I am registered blind, so I've got a guide dog that might join us throughout, and I try to audio describe everything in as much detail as possible, providing mindful Pilates classes that help connect with all of your senses. So hopefully you can put your screen to the side and just listen along. But let's get standing. And we're gonna bring ourselves comfortably onto the mat with the feet about a fist distance apart. We'll stand nice and tall. Give the shoulders a big squeeze all the way up to your ears. Let them roll down your back, let your arms go heavy. And let's take a moment to take a lovely deep breath in through the nose. As you breathe out, maybe close down your eyes, grow a little taller through the spine. Breathing in. And the next time you breathe out, feel like there's a belt, a corset around your waist. You're feeling your abdominals pulling in. As you take that next inhale, come into your Pilates breathing. Breathing wide and full into your ribcage. As you breathe out, let's nod the chin to the chest. Maybe keep the eyes closed as we peel down bone by bone through the spine towards our feet, whether you reach there or not. Bend through the knees. And then slowly roll back up bone by bone. Send the tailbone towards the heels. We'll restack. And as we stand tall, we'll sweep the arms up by the sides of our ears. Grow nice and tall. Arms drop by our side. We take a roll down again. Rolling down towards our feet. Bend the knees slightly. And then when you're ready, slowly roll all the way up. Energy through the arms. Lift the arms by the sides of our ears. Press the arms all the way back down. I'm going to stand right at the front of the mat. So the length of the mat is behind us. So we can start to step back. And on this next one, keep the arms up by the sides of our ears. And we'll step one leg back, dropping the knee underneath the hips. So you're in this kind of lunge, hip flexor stretch. The front leg, the foot is grounded into the mat, knee is on top of the ankle. And the back leg, the knee is underneath the hip. From there, let the arms drop down by your side as you come into high kneeling. So you step that front leg that was in front, back. So you're resting on your knees and your shins. Lift the arms back up as you step the other leg now in front. So the foot is planted into the floor, knee is stacked on top of the ankle. Tuck the back toes under and with control, press the arms down, come up to standing. We'll start with the other leg. We lift the arms up by the side of our ears as we drop one knee down behind us. Lower the arms, we come into high kneeling. Step the other leg in front as we lift the arms by the side of our ears. Push the arms by our side as we come back up to standing. One more time each side, lift the arms up, drop the knee behind the hip, behind us to underneath the hip. High kneeling. Step the other leg in front, lift the arms up by the side of our ears. Stand tall, arms drop by our side. On the next one, we'll lift the arms, drop one knee, drop the other as the arms come by your side. And we'll take a swing of the arms forwards, palms facing in towards one another. Thumbs up to the ceiling and then squeeze the arms back behind us. On the next one, squeeze through the glutes. We're going to hinge from the knees like a plank of wood as the arms swing forwards. And as the arms swing back, we come back up. So we're leaning back as the arms go forwards from the knee. The hips are not folding. And as we come back upright, we gently feel those shoulder blades drawing together. On the next one, we'll come back. Lift up nice and tall. Squeeze the arms back behind us. And this time, slightly sit back. So we're still on our knees. Sit our hips back like we're sitting back into like a kneeling squat. And let's pulse the arms behind our back. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Feel length through the spine. We're imagining we are trying to pop a balloon behind our back. But our arms have turned into a plank of wood, so the wrists, the elbows can't bend. Just tuning into that little breeze we're feeling through the hands. Good, from there, place the hands down to the mat. Hands are spread nice and wide, underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Knees underneath the hips, hip distance apart. Tuck your toes, sit back towards the heels. And then shift the weight forwards, take it over the wrists. We'll sit back again, stretch the toes. Take the weight over the wrists. Find a nice flat back as you do this. Adding on a little more if you want to. We'll shift the weight slightly forwards on top of the wrists. We'll bend the elbows halfway down to the floor. Straighten them back up, sit back. Brushing the elbows by the sides of our rib cage. Go a little lower each time if you want to, making it a little bit more challenging. Just doing this a couple more times. Strong belly button pulling away from our clothing. Let's do that one last time. Good. On the next one, push through the hands. Step one leg back, tuck the toes under. Step the other leg back, we're into a high plank. If you need to let the knees come down to the mat, then do. Squeeze your heels together, open your toes like a little pizza slice as you pick your hips up towards the ceiling into an inverted triangle down dog. Chest is in between the straight arms. And then lower the hips down, come back to your high plank. Lift the hips up again. Someone's picking your hips up towards the ceiling. And lower back down to your high plank. If this feels too strong, go back to the shifting of weight we did before. Let's go one last time. Piking the hips all the way up. Swivel your feet to parallel and we'll walk the hands all the way back towards the feet. We're in a little crouch. We'll take a roll all the way up through the spine. Lifting nice and tall. We'll roll back down, bone by bone through the spine. We come down maybe into a little crouch. Straighten the legs, we roll all the way up to standing. Standing nice and tall. Come back to the swinging arms, but this time we sit back into an invisible chair, into a squat. And then we come up, we find a balance, lift your heels, squeeze the arms back. So we sit back into this invisible chair as the arms swing forwards. Shifting the weight slightly to the heels. We stand tall, we lift the heels, squeeze the arms back. I am not gonna lift up because my balance is terrible. As we sit into that squat, we're not rounding the arms, the shoulders forwards. As we come up, we squeeze through the glutes. Start to slow it down. Imagine you're pressing through honey, you're pushing through water. That lovely resistance. On the last one, we're gonna hold it. We sit back, bring the hands into prayer, energy through the hands. Keep sitting back into your invisible chair and then round the spine into a cat stretch. Keep sitting back, tuck the tailbone, the head under, and then extend, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Do that just a couple more times, feeling the legs, scooping the ribs towards the hip bones. Extend. Last one. Stay rounded, fold forwards over the legs. Take a little hamstring stretch. Really roll all the way up to standing. Lift your arms by the sides of your ears. Bring the hands into prayer. Nod the chin as the hands fall in front of the chest. Breathe out. Take one more deep breath in. Breathe out. And you are done. Nice quick one to get you moving in the morning, just to chuck in throughout your day. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week for another one. Take care. Bye.